John Costa, the editor of Citizen's Eye. We're here at the Phoenix Square Film and Digital Media Centre in the Cultural Quarter. We're using it for Community Media Week, but what we're going to do is we're going to go and chat with Anthony Rowe, who is using, here's the reception, hello, you've got a wave, there we go, interactive audience. And we're going to have a chat with Anthony. How are you, Anthony, okay?
Hello, hello.
Good, good. So tell us a little bit about what you've got in here. We've got the DMU Cube, Pest Control 2, Infestation, Squid Soup. Yeah, what's it all about?
Well, basically there's a whole bunch of insects in there that have infested the place. And so your job, if you go in there, is to deal with them. So you can either deal with them by letting them crawl all over you, or you can try and kill them.
Now, my two little fellas have been in there and had a go, and they said it reminds them of lots of things that you get on like their iPads and all these kind of stuff, like the kind of games and stuff like that. It's great, isn't it? Because it's fully interactive.
Yeah, it is, and it's also, but unlike a game, which is generally comes out on a TV screen, this is not on the screen. It's like everywhere. It's all over the floor, so it's in physical space. But it does use games technology because we're using Kinect cameras, which usually connect to an Xbox.
And this is the first time that you've done it as an installation, or have you done it elsewhere?
We've done variations on this in a few different places, but this particular one is the first time.
And how did you come up with the idea?
Well, it's a synthesis of a lot of different ideas that we've had over the years, but we've been playing around with this idea of bugs crawling around for a while. We've had things in sand pits and on museum timelines and all kinds of stuff. So bugs is one of the things that we like playing with, and they're quite sort of, people respond to them, especially spiders.
Well, it's been great because the last 3 days we've had the DigiKids thing here at the Phoenix Square. And of course, you've got a group of children, different group of children coming in every day, having lunch behind us in the cafe, and then spending the rest of their lunch half hour in there squashing bugs. So it's been quite good.
Yeah.
So let's
the physical side of it's really important, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, this idea that you can actually jump around a whole space, and there's beanbags in there, and I don't know if you've seen the kids pick up these beanbags and they're trying to smash these bugs with these huge beanbags that are twice as big as them. Yeah, so this sort of physical side of it I think is really important. Yeah,
well, I've got a confession here. I've actually been in there and laid on the floor and had them crawl over me, which my kids thought were hilarious. So there you go. I'm 46. I should know better, really. But so tell us a little bit about your organisation and what you do.
Okay, well, Squid Soup is my organisation. There's 4 of us, and we do immersive digital interactive work. And we're looking at ways of taking virtual systems, virtual programs and virtual spaces and placing them within physical space. So this is an example of that. So although it's actually just a computer program, we're using a projector to project these creatures into physical space, and then you physically splat them, and it's as though they're really there.
Okay, what, should we go and have a look?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Come on, go on, I'll follow you in then.
Follow
there we go,
me.
yeah.
I don't know what you can see, it's quite dark in there.
It's not coming out too bad, actually.
Okay,
there we go.
it's looking good.
Let's have a quick whiz round. If you come and stand over here.
So you can see that the creatures, you can stamp on the creatures and they will die. You can also pick them up. Sometimes they'll crawl up your arm. Sometimes they won't.
So what do you think of this, guys? Is it good?
Yeah.
There we go. That's it. Bit of audience participation.
And you find that if they get left alone, then the spiders and things will crawl up onto the top, and the centipede will just wander around the bottom. But yeah, it certainly gets kids going.
And how long are you here for?
We've already been here for a few weeks, and
Yep.
the thing is here till the end of the Spark Festival.
Fantastic, excellent. So if anyone's in Leicester in the Cultural Quarter, come down to Phoenix Square tomorrow and Sunday, yeah, and get involved. That's brilliant.
Absolutely.
Listen, thanks very much for talking to me. We're going to go and grab Chris and talk about the programme for the DMU Cube. Where is he? He hasn't run away. Here he is. Good. Hi Chris, how are you doing? Okay.
Yeah, good. Thanks.
Brilliant. Thanks for talking to us. These kind of installations are really good, aren't they? Because they're much more than just art on the wall or some of the things that we've seen recently. There was a great one where there was a grave in the ground, but there was real grass in there and things like that. It's a real opportunity to do something great. From your point of view, this kind of installation, is it good?
It's funny because we were talking about that with Anthony earlier, how in a lot of gallery spaces, white cubes, you're trained not to touch, not to interact with the art. That's the whole point of these kind of installations.
Or even make a noise.
Yeah. It's the opposite of the kind of quiet cathedral-like environment of a lot of galleries. This is the whole point of this is that you go and you join in, you interact, you touch. So yeah, it's I'm really pleased with this exhibition. And
now Phoenix Square is, as a lot of people will know from a lot of the coverage we've done here with Citizens Eye, is a great blank canvas for lots of things, like, you know, in Indian summer we run the Doc Film Festival, we've had cyclists here we were talking about earlier. You're trying to raise the profile of the DMU Cube and the kind of the interactive side of it, you know, as a space. What sort of things you want people to think about when they hear DMU Cube? What are you kind of looking to program there going forward?
I hope that people will be excited about the space, be excited about what's going to be on there next. The art that we're trying to program over the next few months, it's all about engaging people, trying to change their ideas about what art can be and what kind of digital technology can do.
Okay, now I'm slightly worried now, because obviously I've mentioned the grave earlier, and now we've got an infestation of bugs behind us. What is next? What's coming next?
The next piece is a...
Are you allowed to tell me?
I am allowed to.
Oh, that's good.
Coming next week, actually.
I suddenly thought we're going to have to edit that out. I'm not supposed to mention what it is. Go on.
No, it's part of the Indian Summer Festival.
Okay.
And it's a piece by an Indian classical music organisation called Darbar. Traditionally, they have done Indian classical music performances in venues across Leicester and across the country. But for this piece, they've kind of reimagined one of the Indian performances as a kind of multi-screen installation, which again, like this piece, will be completely immersive in the space and hopefully be a new way of introducing people to what kind of Indian culture and Indian classical music can be.
Excellent. Now, any of the exhibitions that you've got on, like the one behind us there that we were talking to Anthony about, they are open all the time, but the building's open as well, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. They're open from 9 o'clock till 11 o'clock every day.
Perfect. Chris, thanks very much for talking to us. Thank you very much to yourself as well. And like I said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and load this up on Citizens Eye, and then I might go and have another lay down. What do you reckon?